I'm Mr. Phelan, and I am going to be taking us through some of the things we're going to be doing for National Library Week, which is this week. It starts today. This is our second year doing National Library Week. We have three things that we're going to be doing. First is 50% off late fines this week. Second is a photo booth that's new and improved. And lastly, the Mustang Medal Competition. Hopefully you will participate in one of the aspects of your award-winning library program. And now let's move on to the sponsors. We have Freestyle Pizza, Yogurt Euphoria, your own campus PTO, Illegal Pete's, and of course your own library. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is the 50% off sale. This is for this week only, and it is only for late fines. So if you lost or damaged a book, you don't get anything off that. So check to see if your name is on the list. We're going to post it outside the lunchroom, and you can get 50% off your fines only this week. All right, next, by popular demand, we will have our photo booth back in the library this year. It will be every day at lunch. It's $5 for 2 photo strips, just like at the mall. You'll also get a bookmark protector, so you can turn it into a bookmark if you want. You'll support your library programming. There's a max of 5 people in there. We just think it's a really cool thing that we have at our library that no other libraries really have for a week to make some memories with your friends and have a lot of fun. So come in and check it out. And lastly is the Mustang Medal. This is our second year doing it, and it is our second biggest literacy program behind One Book, One Campus, but it's my favorite because it is a little competitive. So we have 5 nominees, just like the Newbery Awards, the Academy Awards, and the students get to choose which one they want to read, and then they will ultimately vote for the winner, which will win the Gold Mustang Medal. You get prizes for reading various amounts of books. We also have teams of teachers that will be advocating for their book. And the 2016 nominees for the Mustang Medal are, in fantasy, we have School of Good and Evil by Sunan Chinani. We have Masterminds for Best Action Adventure by Gordon Corman. For Best Sci-Fi, we have James Dashner, The Eye of Minds. For Best Scary, we have Doll of Bones by Holly Black. And Best Realistic Fiction, we have Fish in a Tree by Linda Mollay Hunt. And let's talk about the prizes. If you read any one of those books, you'll get a free cookie from Freestyle Pizza. If you read any 2 of the books, you will then get a free candy bar sponsored by your PTO from the library. If you decide to read 3 books, you'll get a free small yogurt from our sponsor, Yogurt Euphoria. If you read 4 of the 5 books, you'll get a free large yogurt from Yogurt Euphoria. If you read 5 books, you'll get $5 towards a burrito from Illegal Pete's. So if you read all 5 books, you'll get cookies, candy, yogurts, burritos, lots of good stuff. And the first team and book is Team Fantasy with Mrs. Fox, Mrs. Hunsinger, Mrs. Bremer, and Mrs. Shower. And they want you to read The School of Good and Evil. So let's take a look at the trailer.
In the forest primeval, a school for good and evil. 2 towers like twin heads. One for the good, one for the wicked. Try to escape, you will always fail. The only way out is through fairy tale.
I'm here with my awesome dog Maybe to tell you why you should read The School for Good and Evil. The School for Good and Evil is like Frozen meets Hogwarts. It's full of a lot of super fun spells, really strong friendships, and of course an epic battle between good and evil. And there's a super fun online quiz that can tell you which house you would be sorted into. So read The Battle for Good and Evil because it's an awesome journey.
I read The School of Good and Evil, and so should you. This book explores fairy tales with a fresh twist. If you like books like Harry Potter, you'll love this book. It's sort of like if your favorite fairy tale characters like Rapunzel and Robin Hood went to a school like Hogwarts. This book is full of twists and turns that you'll never expect. So remember, expect the unexpected. Go. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you know what a BFF is? Best friend forever, right? Well, in the book, The School for Good and Evil, two best friends, Agatha and Sophie, have their friendship put to the test. This book is full of fairy tales, but fairy tales with twists you wouldn't expect. This is a real page-turner, and you won't be able to put it down. I certainly couldn't.
I read The School of Good and Evil, and it's not what you expect. One girl's prepared her whole life for this, one has not. They end up in the opposite schools that they were dreaming of. In fact, one of them didn't really want to go at all anyway. Really like the characters, they're lots of fun, and I'm hoping that you pick this book to be the winner this year. I think you'll really like it.
And Team Action Adventure is Mrs. Jerlinga, Mr. Martinez, Mrs. Stanton, and Mr. Campos, with the book Masterminds by Gordon Corman.
What kind of books do you enjoy? If you like ones filled with intrigue and delicate mystery about a special town with special kids who are loyal to each other, as they figure out why they've never heard of murder or poverty or any type of rebellion, Masterminds by Gordon Corman will take you on a ride like no other as you pass milestones of orange traffic cones and water polo matches and fireworks on holiday. If you read this book through the perspectives of several different boys and girls in the town of Serenity, New Mexico, where these kids have never passed the city limits, the adults tell them it's the most perfect town in the world. But is it?
Gordon Corman's Masterminds is definitely the winner for this year's Mustang Medal. I could not put this book down. It is full of so many unexpected twists and turns that you never even know what's going to happen throughout the whole book. Eli and his friends living in Serenity find out quite a lot about themselves and what is called Project Osiris and the way they do it, and the outcome is really, really awesome. So I strongly encourage you to pick this book.
Team Sci-Fi is Mr. McGrin, Mr. Jones, Mr. Weekly, and Mr. Smith. They are reading James Dashner's The Eye of Minds.
Enter the VertNet. Be anyone, anywhere, anytime. No consequences. But things are changing. What are you doing?
Changing the game, Michael.
But it's just a game.
No, it's not. Not anymore.
But things are changing. But things are changing. And the virtual is becoming a reality.
All right, New York Times best-selling author James Dashner brings us an awesome follow-up to his Maze Runner series in this book, The Eye of Minds. The Eye of Minds. It's a great adventure to read, an awesome adventure to get lost in, and I know you're going to be pulled into the world of virtual reality as you follow the main character, Michael, a 16-year-old hacker hired by the government to catch a killer who is systematically killing people in a virtual environment. You're going to love this book. It blurs the lines between game and reality. There's an awesome twist at the end. So pick it up today, The Eye of Minds.
The Eye of Minds by James Dashner is an amazing story that takes place in an action-filled computer world where our main character encounters a girl trying to jump off a bridge, and then the story, as we go through, ends with an epic battle held inside of a computer world. But Is everything real? Is everything truly what it is? And you better be careful because Cain is coming for you.
Hello, campus students. It's Mr. Jones. I don't have a lot of time. Have you ever thought that you were stuck in a video game? Well, you probably are. And I know this because I just read The Eye of Minds. They're after me. I'm stuck in the video game and I can't find my way out. Please read this book and get me out of here as soon as you can. Hurry, hurry. I think they're here.
Next is Team Scary with Mrs. Tigan, Mr. Chick, Mrs. Leggett, and Mrs. Walker. They're reading Doll Bones by Holly Black.
Poppy, Zach, and Alice have played games of imagination together since they were little kids. Now that they're in middle school, the games seem a little childish. That is, until a China doll made from the ground-up bones of a murdered girl starts to haunt the three of them and leads them on a dark adventure with no hope for a happy ending. Doll Bones by Holly Black is the clear winner for the Mustang Medal. It's sure to give you pleasant dreams.
All right, kids, this is a book you have to read, Doll Bones. Have you ever believed in a doll possibly being alive? Have you ever done something that your parents didn't quite know about? All right, you have to read this because it's about three friends that are unlikely to be friends that go on a great adventure with a doll, but this doll may have some special powers. It might be alive, and it might be able to manipulate what happens in your journey. So you gotta read this book. It's awesome.
Hi, I'm here to tell you to vote for Doll Bones for the Mustang Medal. This book has creepiness, it has adventure, but most of all, it has some great friendship.
And Team Realistic includes Mrs. Yitzi, Mrs. Searle, Mrs. Hunsinger, and Mrs. Snyder. And their book is Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt.
Fish in a Tree is definitely Mustang Medal material. It's a story that almost any type of student can relate with, and one of my favorite parts of the book is when the main character, Allie, splits apart a bouquet of flowers and gives the other half to another character in the book, Keisha. It's a turning point in the book, and you just find yourself cheering for the main character, even when she makes decisions that aren't so the best for herself. It is a page turner, you can't put it down, and vote for it. It's a good one.
Einstein once said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it's going to live its whole life thinking it's not very smart. Similarly, in this book, Allie Nickerson is a girl who feels like she's always been judged on something that she doesn't do well. And finally a teacher comes along and some friends come along and kind of force her to face those challenges and to step up to those challenges. It's a great book for anyone who feels like at some point they haven't fit in. It's a great book full of powerful personalities in the classroom, from bullies to heroes to upstanders to bystanders. And it's a book really that'll make you think twice about how you view yourself and how we view those around us. Pick it up in the library.
I read the book Fish in a Tree for the Mustang Medal, and my favorite part of the book was when I learned what the title means, Fish in a Tree, and also the relationship between a student who would never give up and her teacher. And I wanted to quickly read the dedication, and it says, for teachers who see the child before the student, remind us that we all have special gifts to offer the world, to foster the importance of standing out rather than fitting in, and for kids who find their grit to conquer life's challenges, no matter what those challenges may be, you are heroes. This book is for you.
I recommend that you all read Fish in a Tree. For anyone that's ever struggled at all in school, it's a sweet story about finding your way through the troublesome times.
Those are the 5 nominees. Now turn to your neighbor and tell them which book you think looks the most interesting. Alrighty, let's recap. 50% off late finds only this week. The photo booth bringing money. You and your friends will have a good time in the photo booth. Lastly, the Mustang Medal. Which book will win? Last year it was Steelheart. That is it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Hope we see you in the library this week.